sätter vi igång. Välkomna till dagens presskonferens. Så det är ju otroligt roligt med Svante Pääbo som årets pristagare. Roligt för mig var det att få ringa och prata svenska när jag meddelade att du hade fått priset. Men nu är det presskonferens och Nobelvecka, så varsågoda. Det är bara att säga till om ni har något att fråga.
En fråga.
5 minuter frågor.
Efteråt, ja. Det tror jag på. Ja, här har vi en fråga.
Might as well kick this off. You've been a Nobel laureate for 2 months now. How does it feel? How has it changed your life? And how much more money do you have for your research and for your projects now? Is it all rolling in?
Well, I guess you're only Nobel laureate after Saturday, I would say. Yes.
So we'll see.
But that has sort of been, sort of a bit overwhelming. I mean, I knew that there were a lot of attention to this prize, but it sort of exceeds my expectations a bit. So I gotten very good at saying no to things. I have even a standard no email that I can send back to. But yes, I sort of haven't. I think that the tension will die down a bit after the next few weeks, so that I can go back to normal work again. I hope that it will not affect too much in my life.
Is it somewhat intimidating a little bit to sort of have to carry around this title of Nobel laureate in a way? I mean,
yes, it's a little bit intimidating or disturbing to realize I'll probably never give scientific talk without that introduction says I've got the Nobel Prize, right? It's sort of become some part of your identity or something, probably. It's a cultural phenomenon, I think, that this prize is somehow so much sort of attention to it. But one have to live with it, I guess. And no one will feel really sorry for it.
We're sorry. We apologize.
Yes, you should.
What does it mean for the Max Planck Institute, do you think, that you've received the Nobel Prize, or you're about to? You helped found the institute. They were very happy on Twitter, I remember. What does it mean for the institute?
Well, I think for the institute is of course great. Our institute is a new institute that we founded back in 1997. It was the first sort of attempt to do a new start of anthropology in Germany and worldwide, in a sense, sort of very interdisciplinary, focusing around the question what makes humans unique. And it of course feels somewhat like a vindication of that approach. For the Max Planck Society in general, that then runs over 90 institutes around Germany, it's of course also a great thing, but they're doing very well. This year there are 5 people from the Max Planck Society who receive Nobel Prizes for these 3 years, 2021 and 22. And for the field in general, I think for anthropology and for human evolution, it feels somewhat as an indication that it is sort of important. Even paleontologists and anthropologists sort of approached me and said that they are very happy about this.
What do you hope to find out in your future research?
I think that my own interests are a bit going in the direction of saying when we now have the genomes and quite high quality genome sequences of our closest relatives, we can begin to identify genetic changes that are unique to modern humans. Changes that Neanderthals and Denisovans don't have, that they look like the great apes. And yet these changes have spread and become present in almost all people on the planet today. And that's sort of an interesting list of genetic changes, because among them may hide some that have functional consequences that really define us as a group relative to all other groups of hominids that have been around. So we are trying to focus on some of these. We have a bias, of course, thinking that things that may have to do with cognitive function, sociality, how our brain works or develops may be particularly interesting. So we collaborate with neurobiologists on some of these things. But you're just starting to scratch the surface of that. But if there's a dream for the next 5 years, it's always to understand some aspects of that. What makes humans, modern humans, so special? To the extent, of course, that we can billions of people with technology that change very rapidly, so we influence all of the biosphere today. So, if you like.
Do you think there are more hominids that are not yet discovered?
Particularly in Africa, I think. We have no genome sequences from other forms yet of hominids in Africa. We know there are at other places also, we know about these so-called hobbits, Homo floresiensis in Indonesia, for example, that may be in quite early divergence of the human lineage and Neanderthals and Denisovans. It would be very interesting to be able to retrieve DNA sequences from them, for example. So I do think there's a lot more things, interesting things coming.
Får man fråga på svenska?
Bra.
Det är ju väldigt många Nobelpristagare här nu eftersom det är 3 år, så ni har redan träffats, tror jag, på Nobelmuseet. Är det någon av de tidigare och de andra Nobelpristagarna som du tycker är extra spännande att få mingla med?
Ja.
Någon som håller på med något spännande, ja. Eller någon som du kände? Eller någon som
jag har inte träffat alla än, men
I'm sorry, can you translate?
I can quote it in English also, but I would like a Swedish answer. Yes, I just wondered, since there are 3 years of Nobel laureates here, if there are any specials of them that Svante is more interested to mingle with.
Well, then I would do English first and then
yes.
Swedish. Okay. Well, Jennifer Doudna is really the person that I know from before and look forward to meeting again, especially since we use much of her technology, CRISPR-Cas9 technology, to change human stem cells back to the ancestral Neanderthal-like state and look for the effects of that. So I much look forward to talking to her about improvements of CRISPR-Cas9 technology, that could make it more efficient, maybe change many positions in the genome simultaneously, things that we try to develop, and I'm sure she can give us great input. Så framförallt ser fram emot att träffa Jennifer Doudna från Berkeley, som utvecklat den här gensaxen CRISPR-Cas9, som vi använder till att studera för att förändra positioner i mänskliga celler tillbaka till det ancestrala neandertalika tillståndet och titta på effekterna. Och vi är mycket intresserade av att förbättra de teknikerna och kan säkert ge oss bra idéer.
Hur har tiden varit efter tillkännagivandet för dig?
How has the time been after the announcement of the prize? It has been, yes, overwhelming and surprising me after all how much attention there is on this in the world, and not only from Europe and North America, from the entire world actually. Vill du ha ett svar på svenska?
Ja.
Så det har varit överväldigande. Jag visste ju att det var mycket uppmärksamhet med det här priset, men att det var så mycket hade jag inte riktigt insett, och från hela världen, inte bara från Europa och Nordamerika, utan från hela världen verkligen.
Another one. You mentioned the Institute having several Nobel laureates in recent years, and if you look at some of the new institutions that are coming, that have been awarded prizes, we see sort of partnership between sort of public research institutions and private sector researchers as well. Sort of not just standard traditional universities in the same, but sort of a shift in terms of how research is done. Do you think that we are going to see more and more prizes from different sort of institutions, more modern institutions, that are sort of finding ways to sort of finance research in different ways?
That's really not a question I can answer. I'm sort of I'm very lucky to work in a publicly funded institution where you get long-term funding that has really made what we do possible. Where we don't have to, in the Max Planck Society, you get funding for your entire career, essentially, good base funding. So you can start a crazy long-term project like a sequencing in Arduino that you couldn't easily do if you live from research grant to research grant. In other fields, it might be very much so that the partnerships between public and private funding might be really important.
Neandertalare som har sex med moderna människor var något som förekom en del i Gene Mauers roman Klockrens folk. När den här kom ut 1980 så var det en del forskare som skrattade åt den igen. 30 år senare så kunde det visa att Gene Mauer faktiskt hade rätt. Har du läst Klockrens folk och tyckte du om romanen?
Ja, jag har läst Klockrens folk. Det var säkert mer än 10 år sedan. Jag tyckte om det. Häftig bok, du borde läsa den igen.
The questions are about this recently news about misconducting researchers. And maybe you are aware about Greg Semenza's situation. He had to retract, the journalist had to retract some papers.
Who was that?
Greg Semenza, who won the Nobel Prize in 2019.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And my question to you is that besides the human nature that maybe drives us to do things like this, do you identify any particular reason, maybe the pressure of getting funds, maybe the pressure of publishing, that drives people to do such things?
I don't know what to say. I would say that, research is a human endeavor. And we all go into it with all the ambitions and all the flaws that we all have as human beings. And some of us are then driven to do things that are not okay. And I don't think that research is really unique in this sense. I also think that much of this that probably always now and again happen in research, and it might be more attention on it now. Probably that's a good thing. But yes, I think it's have all the flaws and problems that any human activity has.
And from the same point of view, is the Nobel Committee considering to, maybe check better, double check before awarding the Nobel Prize?
You can't believe how much we're checking. We are investigating and we're doing that enormously thoroughly. I would say your example with Greg Semenza, there is no doubt raised concerning the discoveries that he published that we decided to award. So these are later events that have come into doubt. And of course, we, as everyone, I think, in the scientific community, regrets to see these type of events and challenges. But when it comes to the prize-winning work, we feel fairly comfortable with the work we're doing. We're sometimes accused of being very late, waiting very long before we're awarding discoveries. But exactly what you're saying is a very compelling reason for continuing to be thoughtful and being cautious. We have a few interviews that have been asked for. Any more questions within? Yes, please.
Well, we have time. So I work at Karolinska Institutet, and one of my colleagues jokingly said that, it's a Nobel Prize to the importance of tidying up in the lab and cleanliness and keeping. I think he was referring to the DNA sequences, isolating it and keeping it clean. What do you say to that comment? Is it an award to keeping your lab tidy?
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
In a sense, yes. I mean, if you take it in a big a bit bigger context, yes. To sort of, as many things in science, right, it started out with thinking, well, can we extract DNA from an Egyptian mummy on the lab bench as from any tissue? And it looked like it would work initially, and then it became clear that no, those DNA sequences you got there really were from yourself or from someone who delivered the chemicals or something like that. And then step by step, you sort of got more and more methods to sort of try to ensure that what you got is really the right thing. And part of that is then really cleanness, working in a clean room environment and so on, but also taking care of chemical modifications of the DNA that are there.
We will put that up as a sign to our doctoral students, then, the importance of cleanliness in the lab. Thank you.
Okay. Anything more quick? There are a number of, since we have some time, and if there is nothing else, maybe we break here and we do these short interviews now. So, Sanna, you're first.
And the sneak away to some other place.
Jag tror vi tar det här uppe.
Okej.
Eller det kanske är bra.